Fuel poverty is a social problem that affects many households across the UK. According to the most recent government statistics, there are as many as 1 in 10 households in England who are living in fuel poverty. In the early stages of thinking about what the project might do or what it might look like, I started to think about other experiences that I could draw on. For a number of years I've worked as an advisor for Salford Citizens Advice, and thinking about interviews and advice sessions with young adults in that environment made me realise that often energy or fuel poverty related issues were not presented as a priority. The research involved a small-scale case study looking at a number of young adults who were living on a low income and were living independently in Salford. And the way in which I accessed the young adults to speak to was working with this relationship through Citizens Advice.
The flat that I was living in when Danielle interviewed me was covered in mould, and at the time we didn't really think it was much of an issue until the winter, when actually it was just like wow. And at the time we were on those top-up meters and we couldn't afford to have the heating on all the time, so we just ignored their advice and hence the mould grew.
After completing the interviews, I went away and did the analysis, and a number of findings came out of those interviews with the young adults. There were multiple experiences of energy-related issues and those which may be linked or recognised as issues associated with fuel poverty. Even in just the small-scale study that I did and the small number of interviews, it emerged that there's very different experiences being presented by those who are perhaps lone parents and young adults living independently, those who are within migrant communities who are living independently for the first time in another country. And so there's many other subgroups which could be explored further in future research in this area.